I didn't know my own strength, my journey with breast cancer. My journey to breast cancer began when I noticed a discharge in my left breast. Upon my routine visit to my OBGYN on June 24, 2016, I told her about the discharge. She proceeded to order a series of tests, starting with a mammogram. The mammogram led to an MRI. The MRI led to a biopsy. My biopsy led to my diagnosis on Friday, August 19, 2016. It was in that moment that I realized the power of the inner strength in me. I had to keep saying to myself, I have cancer. Cancer do not have me. Since I work in healthcare, I already knew who my team of doctors would be. I underwent a full mastectomy of the left breast on Monday, September 12, 2016. My survivorship began the very moment I was discharged. I was diagnosed because I am still here. For that, I give God all the glory. After my surgery, every Friday for 12 weeks, I had chemo. I was able to work every day through the chemo. As you can see in these photos here, I started losing my hair. It started here, where I was pulling my hair out piece by piece. The same thing here, until I became completely bald. As you can see in this photo here, I'm still smiling. Again, because I didn't know my own. After being diagnosed with breast cancer comes coming to terms with your diagnosis. Approximately 1 in every 1,000 women in the U.S. has breast cancer. Approximately 1 in every 8 women will develop breast cancer. As women, we are already emotional creatures by nature. Once we discover we have breast cancer, a lot of things may run through our minds, like, where did this come from? What do I do? It doesn't run in my family. Why me? Why not me? Cancer has no name, age, or gender. This was all part of God's plan for my life and for yours. Now it is up to us to find out what this new normal uniquely means for our lives, because for each of us, it is different. If you are unsure what this means for you, just talk to God. Stand still and make everything around you become mute so that you can hear His voice. The news of having breast cancer is enough to make your head spin. But don't panic. And don't think in terms of the worst case scenario. Feel whatever you need to feel. Then get up and shake it off. You've already taken the first step to discovering you have cancer. You have made it to let's tackle the problem stage. So put on your gloves and let's fight, because cancer is going to give you a fight that you will never have in your life. For me, my journey has been nothing short of divine intervention. I have been blessed to have an awesome circle of supporters that consists of family and close friends and a stellar team of physicians. I have decided that I must embrace the pain and burn it as fuel for my journey, for every day that I challenge this thing we call cancer and survive is a sure victory for me. I have learned to turn everything over to God, all of my pain and emotions. Why? Because He gave them to me, and His love for me is bigger than it all. Lamentations 2:19 says, pour out your heart like water in prayer to God. This is how I can hold my head up and know that one day soon my test will become my testimony to inspire others. I'm here to tell you that you can find balance in your life at any point in your healing process. It is all up to you. For me, I found it at the point of diagnosis. This comes partly from surrounding myself with supportive people and experiences and using this changing event as a means to further refine my life for the better. What better time in your life to reinvent yourself? You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and in the manner in which you live. Create that support group of family and friends as they can do a better job of helping you. Seek out the team of stellar physicians who you feel comfortable with putting your life in their care in their hands. Don't try to get through this alone. This is my circle of family and friends here, as you can see on this slide. This is my stellar team of physicians. As I reflect on this day that I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I sat down and said to myself, how am I going to tell my family, especially my daughter? So this is how I told her. I sat her down and I said, Kiana, I have something to tell you. She said, Mom, what? I said, I have cancer. Good boob, bad boob. She said, Mom, I'm not 5. She said that because of how I told her I had breast cancer. Mind you, she was 25 at the time. February 12, 2017, I watched the last dose of chemo drip from the IV into my veins. That last day of my chemo treatment did not mark the end of my journey with breast cancer. Now it is time to adjust to life with breast cancer as a breast cancer survivor. The takeaway from this today is, I say all this to say that this life-changing experience should have caused you to assess what is important in your life and make the changes that you have been neglecting. It is time to create the life you want for yourself. Never be ashamed of your scars, but it simply means you were stronger than what tried to hurt you. Remember how far you've come and not just how far you have to go. You may not be where you want to be, but neither are you where you used to be. I'm here to stand with you so that you can learn to live beyond your diagnosis. There is strength in numbers. Let's beat cancer together.